Big milestone for NIO today. Vehicle number 200,000 has just rolled off the factory line. This gives us some insight about the state of production for NIO despite all the lockdowns and the COVID situation in China that I have been covering on the channel, so stay tuned for it. But before that, let's watch this video by NIO. Nice video by NIO there to celebrate what is a big milestone for them. Remember how Elon Musk congratulated for the 100K delivery. So far I haven't seen him doing the same for the 200K, but of course NIO is still a startup, and so well, we need to see how are they getting along with their growth projections. And here is maybe some recap first and then more about what the 200K of today means going forward. So you might remember that I'm doing these charts that have the workday adjusted deliveries or equal also of production for NIO there. And basically for March, I was outlining that possibly we will arrive at 421. Of course, we already know the March deliveries, and they came in slightly higher at 434 adjusted deliveries. And so that was already the start of the lockdown situation in Shanghai, so which has obviously some effects not only on the supplier base for NIO, but also on the deliveries, for which Shanghai is the most important one actually for NIO. And as we know that with the March deliveries on top, NIO has in total delivered around 193,000 cars in total in their lifetime. And now today we announced that we are at 200,000. This of course lets us know that we are now at more than 7,000 cars, while actually 7,162 cars that have been produced in April to be exact. And if we're doing the same exercise and break it down and adjust it for workdays that we had in April so far, that would bring us to a daily output of 448 cars. And that's actually a slight increase from the March number, and all of this despite the lockdown situation and the production shutdown that we had. Of course, there is, roughly plus and minus, because production doesn't equal deliveries. There may also be some inventory that can be delivered. So, but of course, these are just the numbers that we can work with. But the indication is that we may see actually an uptick in the production for NIO there. And I think that one could actually be even higher, because the actual production may actually be higher than this number here due to the fact that NIO was stopping production for some days due to the lockdown situation and the supplier issues. And if this is really the case, it shows us that NIO is still on track despite the lockdown situation, and particularly given what we see in China in total. Like, these are rumored numbers about production declines for some car manufacturers in April. So here you see Volkswagen Shanghai, which is down 66% in production. Beijing Mercedes-Benz is down 55% in production. Also Geely is down 55%. And so I don't want to jinx it here, but given those numbers, it seems at least we don't have a full blowout in April for NIO numbers here. Possibly they may have still some issues of delivering some of these produced cars, maybe in areas like Shanghai and so on. And of course, this situation is very dynamic, but it seems at least that it is on a track that is still within the expected range there. And so this is what we can learn from today's numbers. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one.